Hey Leo, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel, part 2. So if you haven't watched part 1 already, go watch part 1 first, because what we're about to read now is the crossing energies of the reading I just did in part 1. I am loving these part 1 and 2s, but please give me feedback, let me know what you think. I'm kind of playing about, trying to take it next level while also having my busy life, as I explained in part 1. So let's find out what crossing energies you have for April in the reading we've just done. See what comes through. I feel like I had the card, it slipped. It's this one. So how I do my cards is I feel the cards, so I don't shuffle like many readers do it very differently. I kind of feel the cards, they call out to me, or they may jump out. The jump out ones are more exciting, but the ones that call to me as I'm shuffling is the ones that come out. So sometimes I'll just feel a card and be like, yeah, it's you. Anyway, so the crossing energy for the Nine of Cups to the Eight of Cups reversed is that the Empress. Now you have the Empress energy in your next column as well. So this is what's influencing you taking, if I remember correctly, the way I read Empress for you is it's kind of like you need to come into this energy of taking control and kind of, I feel like, embracing your personality that can help get you what you desire. So this is you looking to the past and kind of things going okay around you, but you always kind of not seeing the abundance you have and just kind of looking back and craving something in the past. The energy that it's kind of giving me that's influencing this is that it's something you desire. It's kind of like you crave, and this is how it's coming through to me, but so I'm going to use this analogy, but it can be applied to different situations. But it's kind of like you crave, for example, the family life. You crave next level something for yourself. So this can be careers. Again, you're craving something, whether it be a balance between social. It's just that's lacking for you in so many ways. And to me, that's the energy here that's influencing you to look back to. So this could be a really great insight on where to work on, because like there's something you're craving that's this missing link, which I touched on with these cards, and it's influencing you to look back on something of maybe an opportunity where you could have had that that you didn't take or that didn't work out for you, and so it's that Empress energy of craving and wanting and kind of that growth that you're desiring is what's influencing you to do that. So instead of looking back, like it's not, if we desire something or want something, looking back on it, that doesn't help us get it. It doesn't help us to be able to have what we desire. It's just looking back. You're just looking back at something. It's kind of like reading a book and you wanting to know the end and you looking back at the beginning of the chapter rather than progressing through the book. It's not productive. You're not going to find your answers and you're not going to find anything there. Anything that's in the past, it is knowledge and wisdom that will help us move forward, but there's nothing there that can actually give you what you desire and give it where you're going. That it's in the past for a reason. The energy that goes from that Eight of Cups, which again was really throwing off the looking back and not looking at what we have. And I feel like this is a journey. It's because it's somewhere where you want to go. The crossing energy from that towards this, you not trusting in yourself that you can create yours. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It's kind of interesting. So basically I feel like because everything is well around you, like I feel like you're doing okay. Financially, you're doing okay. Like you have family, you have a lot of friends that can perhaps be your family, whichever applies to you. It's like you have what you kind of need in order to be content and allow the flow of the universe to just do its thing, because you're stuck in that flow. You're kind of just allowing things to happen. I feel like because you have that contentment and you've got to where you are yourself, like you've built this up yourself, you've done this, you did work prior to right now, prior to you allowing the flow, you've worked so hard to get to where you are. And I feel like that's why you are just trusting in God, you're trusting in the universe, you're trusting in being where you are, because taking a risk outside of where you are, it's not comfortable. It involves, actually acknowledging things, actually taking action, and I feel like you're not trusting in that. So this Eight of Pentacles is the crossing energy, and I feel like it's because all that you've achieved so far is great. Like it's monumental, and you should be proud of that. However, you should be looking back, instead of looking back on opportunities we missed or something like that, we should be looking at how far you've come, and realizing that you got yourself there. So if you desire something that's missing, you're the key to that. You're literally the key. You are this little abundant thing in the palm of your hand. It's you. It's right in your hand, the tools that you need to get that missing link. Okay, so the crossing energy from the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, which feels like you can have everything you desire, you can next level it, and it can be in unity with all of your hopes and wants and dreams. And then that you needing to be the warrior that gets you there, the Knight. It's the Star. And the Star energy comes when there's something that actually does signify something missing, a missing link. And this is what's, going to help you, provide you that warrior, is realizing, acknowledging, yes, something is missing. And it's that dreaming, that wishing, that guiding light, that kind of spark of hope, which is influencing you, knowing that you can have that, is a really great thing. I feel like this is a time where you really can hope and dream, and you should be. And I feel like having those aspirations can be what can help drive you forward to realize, if you take charge, you can just have this. If we were told that if you do a certain thing, you can have, for example, okay, you want a family, okay, if you go to this one party, you're going to meet your partner and you will be able to have a family with that person because they're at that party. You would go to that party because that's what you want in life. That's the next level for you. You would take that move. If you were told, if you literally quit your job today, tomorrow or next week you will be at the dream job, you'll have something that ticks all your boxes, you would quit your job on the spot. But the fact is that life's not like that. We can't know what's in the future. We can have little guiding advices and nudges in the right way, but really, you do have, and I remember touching here of you having freedom of choice. You have a choice in everything. You can take action. You can choose to flow with the universe and just allow things to fall on your lap, or you can go and embrace it and have it quicker, have it now, have it in this time of your life rather than waiting until you're 80 and you can't fully appreciate it because you've had a life of hardship to get to it. Instead of doing it in when you're 20, 30, 40, 50, have it now, choose now, allow yourself to dream now, because I feel like this is what can drive you, Leo, what can be a really great asset, is that just dreaming, because I feel like you've been dreaming and aspiring and achieving things your whole life to get you to where you are now. So stop holding yourself back, stop looking back. Because this is a theme for you for April, is looking back. It's moving past that. Actually, it's the theme is not that. The theme is letting go of looking back, no longer doing that. Just let it go. You don't need this. The next card. So we have from that Knight of Wands to the Death card, the new beginnings, the letting go of something. What's influencing that is this Queen of Swords. Now she does take action. She is kind of in power of taking action. She's taking action not prematurely, but before it's needed, because she can see things in a way where she can look at things logically and be able to tell strategically that yes, if she wants a new job, she needs to look for a new job. Now, it is always easier to find work when you are already working. So when I say, if we knew about quitting a job tomorrow, we'll get it. For some people, that works because they need to leave a situation in order to move into a new one. But in general, if you actually throw out there, if you just go into something I'm just going to apply for all these jobs that I want, I've already got a career, I've already got my job, I've got an income, I don't have to worry about that, and then I can move on when I get that, when you get that interview, go for an interview. Don't hand in your notice until it's time. It's actually, thinking and using your strength as your strengths. So you're working, you are where you are in your career. That's something that someone else is going to want to snatch you up for because you're good at what you do, or you are working. You're not sitting at home wasting time for an opportunity to come at you. You're proactively working towards that. You've brought yourself in. And being ambitious can be a really good influence. This is the energy that's driving you towards having a new beginning. So I feel like all that you are here, all that she is, this Queen of Swords, is what has got her to where she is, and it's going to help her to go forward. And this is a theme here for you, Leo, is embracing who you are. Allow your strengths to be your passion. And I feel like you kind of have squished your strengths. Maybe you didn't want to be too loud. Maybe you didn't want to, make rational choices for yourself. You're just like, no, I'm just going to be quiet now because something happened to squash your spirit. Now that needs to be let go of. This is the death card. It's a death of that. That's no longer allowed in our circle. Okay, so the magic, I feel like this one is definitely the energy between the Magician and the Empress. What is influencing you? Okay, so I'm definitely getting family vibes or social vibes of some, like, kind of a time of happiness and joy. This can be a collaboration, so again, if it is work, I can literally feel that within this for some of you, Leo, but I'm just getting major family of aspirations of wanting something more, and maybe a balance as well. Balance is not major here, but I just feel like it's a shift in something, and this is the year of balance. Like, to me, I definitely feel like this year is bringing us into balance, and that's what's bringing these things to the surface. So the Six of Cups, I'm getting this kind of a coming together. Now, this is a card that can be healing of something, so keep that in mind. But to me, it's kind of giving this realization and a kind of a healing within yourself, a kind of coming together. And I think I touched on, yes I did, of the shadow sides, and I feel like this is you actually acknowledging something and healing something. This is something from your past actually that's holding you back, and this to me is the energy moving you from that place of you feeling like you can't be the one that's creating your life and crafting your life and making it your own, to then becoming your own. It's this realization, this kind of healing somewhere. There's something that needs to heal within you, and I really want you to have a good think on this. What does need to be healed? Is it a way of being? Are you gossiping too much? Are you fixating on other people's lives, and you in there that you're not realizing that in order to heal yourself, you need to not do that anymore, because that is a toxic trait to have when that is all you're about. When you're in everybody else's business, you're not in your own, or you're actually negatively impacting people you love and your friends and family, because nobody actually likes to gossip. Yes, they like to be around you because they like to know everything about other people, because we're all nosy, but gossiping and knowing are two totally different things. And we all know that if our friend is coming to us with gossip and telling us everything about everybody else's business, that they're probably going somewhere else to tell them there. That kind of came to me. So if that's you, Leo, have a good think on that, because I do think that could be this toxic devil card as well there. And I didn't get that vibe in the last one, so that's kind of interesting that it's coming through for the crossing energies. Now again, this could be a relationship thing. With that devil card, it is pulling me towards that of this healing and letting go, and that's bad patterns. And again, I got this analogy in the first reading of this being like perhaps you're in a fake relationship where it's just not authentic and genuine on both sides. And so this is kind of touching on that, of that acknowledgement that can be a toxic thing to you as well. I'm going to pull an Archangel Michael card in a moment. Actually, no, I don't need to. Did we get that? I'm going to do it. I feel like on the first one we may have got that it's time to let go of a toxic situation. That is that. Let go of it. Let it go. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. So this is saying, whatever comes to mind is pretty much what this will be applying to. So as I'm saying these words, ideas will be spinning in your mind. You're on the right thought length here. It is saying that shifts are needed, and it might not be the way that you think. It's kind of being creative with a solution as well. I've pulled the top cards with that. New beginnings and a fresh start. So you do need to release something and start again here. This can be new friend circles. This can be just a new situation for yourself, putting you in new things, but I definitely feel like letting go of the old, and doing things differently is a good vibe for you, Leo. I mean, and that makes sense. This whole reading is saying change something up, do something differently. Okay, the crossing energy. So I have the Chariot, and I feel like this actually is crossing in this whole column. So we literally had you needing to take charge and be the manifestor of your life. Of you coming to your own and allowing yourself to embrace all that you have, and sparking this healing, and not allowing bad patterns, bad habits, toxic relationships to continue, and releasing all that and nurturing yourself into this healing vibe. The crossing energy is the Chariot. Now this is, you're on a journey, you're making movement. So movement in April, Leo, that is for you. You need to create movement. So this means you're moving away from like a place with wisdom. So this definitely makes sense as well. Like you have in the Chariot, you're always moving away from the castle, something you have built up that's been successful, so that you are able to move forward confidently. And this again really vibes with the you, is knowing that you are where you are and that you have everything within you to go forward. You have this wisdom, you have people by your side, and this can be that you have literally people by your side along the way as well, and these are your support people. But you are on a journey. You're moving away from something you've grown that's there and flourishing towards something else. You're moving with that still behind your back. You have your roots planted, and now you're going on your journey towards something new and great. And it's a great card because it's kind of like that things will work out with you is the vibe that you get with the Chariot. It is take the leap, move forward. It's telling you to move. It's telling you to go. It's not telling you to hold back and think and take the time. It's telling you to now to get things going, get things moving. What's that? Oh, I thought my laptop was going to go to sleep then. It's a birthday reminder. Okay. So lastly, this card came with the Devil card. The Lovers came up. So that relationship analogy, if you're with someone that's not authentic, it is telling you to let go of that. If you're in friendships, anything that is your bad pattern, let go with love. And this could indicate two things. So this is the crossing energy. So this is what's influencing this Devil card. So it can be that there's a relationship and that's telling you that's what it is. But it can be that it's preventing you from being able to have this. Those bad habits is what's keeping you from this. And like the Lovers is, yes, it signifies relationships, but sometimes this can be something like our desires, something that's going to give us happiness and love. It's going to give us joy, and those bad habits and those bad patterns is what's keeping us from that. And this can be allowing the universe to flow as well. That can be quite like, for us, staying stagnant. That is a toxic, bad pattern we can get into because it feels safe and content. We're not here about being safe and content. We're about creating a contentment that is passionate, that's from something that we've created, because we're content, because we're happy. We're not content because it's comfortable. There's a difference here, and I kind of want you to remember that as well. Being content is a good thing when we're content with where we're at and we're happy with it. Being content is a bad thing when we're not happy in that contentment, and it really can be both ways. Okay, the crossing energy with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands, we have the King of Swords. Now, I mentioned the King of Swords here, and that's where you want to be at. You want to be this King of Swords, and this is why it's the crossing energy, because it's influencing you. You are doing the work to heal yourself and let go of those negative thought patterns, is taking charge of your shadow self and not allowing that to be who you are. You're not consumed by those sadness anymore. You are taking control and being in control of your emotions and being like, I am not going to let the sadness control me. I am going to be the one that feels emotions but processes emotions. And that's who the king is. The King of Swords is about, he is logical. He takes on any challenges that come his way with kind of like a foresight. He sees things coming and he knows how to face it because he's in this place of kind of knowledge, wisdom. Everything that he needs is within him, and this is where I see you. I feel like that can be you, and that's what's driving you, is that you want that, you crave that, you want things to be from a place of wholeness now. You don't want to be broken. And again, this is what's touching on me here with relationship wise, is I feel like your past experience that you look back on that just influenced you moving forward to somebody new, is that you feel like you were broken in those. The reason why they didn't work was because of you. Like, this is the influence that I'm getting. So I apologize if this doesn't apply to you, but this is the vibe I'm getting here within situations, is that I feel like there's a lot of blame, and you feeling like you are the reason, which is why you're not trusting in yourself. And this is the energy, is like, that's where you want to be at, and you are going to be at Queen of Wands. You're going to be where you are putting in the work to do that, to get towards that King of Swords energy. And I want you to focus on that. So the vibe for you is it getting, I'm going to be the king. I'm going to be the king of my thoughts. I'm going to be in control of myself. I'm going to make things happen, and I'm going to enjoy it. Like, and they're enjoying it. Like, he is, if you look, things are coming at him, and he's on this throne. He's protected. It's like an island. Emotions are coming and going. There's storms behind him, but they're all behind him because he is now in a place where it doesn't affect him anymore. Things go wrong, and this is the thing, like, in life, things always go wrong. They're never going to stop going wrong. Things are going to happen, but it can either affect you in a way where it traumatizes you, or it can affect you in a way where you face the issue at hand and move past it. You know, you get a really heavy fine, you can either be like, oh no, I can't afford that, and allow it to put you into debt, or you go, oh no, that's a setback, but you know, I'll pay it off in installments. I'm going to make that call. Like, it's how we face it, logically or irrationally. It's kind of the focus here, and I feel like you are that. What's influencing you is you want to be able to face things rationally, make rational decisions. Page of Pentacles, the energy that it's crossing, that is the Six of Swords. Interestingly, I feel like, so the vibe I got with this is that, with that Page of Pentacles, is taking kind of leaps, and it kind of felt really adventurous and exciting. Like, you're ready to now face future and make decisions, make changes, and face things in a different way that you have been prior. It really feels like there's this wheel turning, and it's like the wheel of luck, the wheel of fortune, because I feel like luck is turning for you, and it feels really kind of, you know, that, like, when you go on a trip, for example, but you haven't planned everything, because you're going to wait till you get there, and you're going to feel the vibe and check out the boards of all the offers of things that they have to offer in that place. Like, it's giving me that vibe. You're not planning everything. You're actually jumping in kind of in a place, from a place of naivety and excitement. And when I say naivety, I don't mean in a negative sense. I mean, like, sometimes when we naively go into something without putting our ducks in a row, we go in just thinking, I'm just going to explore and see where it takes me. This is a vibe. Now, the Six of Swords gives me that vibe. I'll show you the card. So she is on a boat, and I feel like she's, I can't say, it's not focusing on what I'm going to show you. There's an eye at the front, and I feel like this is like this is divinely guiding you, in a sense of like, you're so in tune with where you want to go, and this is the vibe it's giving me. Now, in the Six of Swords, she's usually carrying her kind of her swords with her on this boat, so it's like taking her challenges with her, but I feel like that's the whole point, is that you're willing to move on and explore, but you know that you're going to have every part of your life being with you. It's going to be carried with you, but you're carrying it with you now. They're no longer, and this, I'm going to use the sword analogy, they're no longer sticking in your back and like sharp emotions, you're carrying them as a burden. You're bringing them as actual tools, as swords. Like, everything you've been through, your passions, your bad things, the good things, the challenges you've been through, you're going to take these with you on this journey, as wisdom, as what they're supposed to be. And this is what's inspiring you to move forward into that adventurous energy. Now, I really do, Leo, for both readings, this feels exciting. Like when I do readings, I feel the energy of it and I want to express the energy I'm feeling for you. It does not feel burdensome. It doesn't feel bad. Like it feels exciting for me. It feels passionate and it makes me keep doing this with my hands and just being like, ah, this is so exciting because this feels like new beginnings. This feels like something great's coming for you. And this is now you coming into your own and just choosing to be authentic. And that's what we want. And I do feel like this is the vibing towards achieving everything you wish and getting our dreams and goals. Kind of, I want to say actually that you can have exactly what you want. And it is, I feel like it's possible for you. That's the feeling I'm getting from this. So take that as you will and please apply this to your situations, and please comment below if you like these part 1s and 2s, and any feedback is greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great month, Leo, and I'll see you next month. Bye. Oh no, still recording.